Khash Saghafi, Liberty Home Mortgage. And the question of the day is, can the seller pay my closing costs? Okay, yes. And now all of a sudden everyone's gonna get off the video, they're done watching it, right? This one lasted 4 seconds. Okay, I've gotta go longer than that, okay? So can the seller pay your closing costs? Here's the biggest thing. You're buying a home and you're sitting there saying, oh my God, how much money do we need to get this done, okay? I have videos on the 4 different parts to the money. A question that you have is, how much money do I need? Well, if you subscribe to my YouTube page and you scroll through it and check out all my videos, or it dings you when I do them, I've got videos to answer that question, because there's a lot more than just closing cost, okay? I won't go through and tell you what they are, I almost did. But the topic of this video is, can the seller pay your closing cost? And the answer is yes, okay? Especially with people who have limited funds to close. Keep in mind, just because you own a house and you're selling it and you're getting money from the proceeds doesn't mean you have a lot of money to work with. I closed a loan recently where we took $70,000 of the proceeds to pay off credit card debt, thereby the buyer didn't really have that much money left over to do, cover everything that they needed to cover. So we had to get the seller to cover closing costs. So if you have limited funds, you're buying your first house, you guys are sitting there in the house and you're sitting there saying, oh my God, how much money do we need? We need money for closing costs. I don't have all that money. Feel good about this, okay? You can get the seller to pay your closing cost. Follow me on these numbers. This is super important. And if you need a loan, I'm licensed in 45 states. Call me and I'll break this down further and have you write this stuff down. But talk to the loan officer you're talking to. They should be able to break this stuff down very easily for you, okay? Very easily. Watch this one. This is how getting the seller to pay closing costs works. Let's pretend the seller's list price is $100,000 and you're sitting in San Francisco, California saying, what in the world's $100,000? I get it, but I like simple math, okay? The seller's list price is $100,000. Let's pretend the closing costs are $5,000. I like nice, even, round numbers, okay? If you offer $100,000 and you ask the seller to cover $5,000 towards your closing cost, your loan is based on $100,000. The seller walks out the door at $95,000, okay? So your loan is based on 100, the seller walks out at 95,000. So when we gave the seller 100,000 before they were physically given the money, the title company withheld $5,000 from their proceeds and gave the seller what was left over. That's how that worked. Now the seller might say, I want 100,000. That's my list price. That's what I want. I want $100,000. What you could do is come back and say, I will give you $105,000, thereby your loan is based on $105,000, and then the seller gets the 105, but before they're given the 105, the title company withholds $5,000 back, or holds back $5,000 from the proceeds and gives the seller what's left over. Your loan is based on 105, the seller goes home at 100. So that is how you can get the seller to cover the closing cost. The truth of the matter is that every person who owns a home in America has a bottom line number. That's just reality. They've got a number that they want to get, that they have to make, that gives them the proceeds and the money and everything that they need for whatever reasons they need it. Because don't forget, from a seller side, I actually told this to somebody just the other day, nobody in America sells their home for $200,000 and they get $200,000. I have videos on for sale by owners where for sale by owners are the worst. For sale by owners think, I'm not gonna pay any fees, so if I sell this for $200,000, I get $200,000. It does not work like that. Everybody has fees, everybody has closing costs, there's transfer taxes, there's 1,000 different things that sellers have to pay. So they have a bottom line number that they want to hit. You asking them to cover closing costs is one more number that they have to take into account. But if they're working with the right real estate agent who knows how to break it all down, they can explain it. At the end of the day, there's ways to work that such that the seller covers your closing cost. You don't need to come up with it, and everybody's happy. But keep watching my videos, make sure you're subscribing to the page, and keep catching these videos as you keep seeing more of them. And I'll talk to you later. And if you do need a loan, give me a call, post your comment, I'll answer it, we'll go from there.